Good afternoon. I'm Debbie Payne from the Old Drake Hill Flower Bridge Committee. This year, we celebrate the 25th anniversary of one of Simsbury's most historic and scenic treasures. Today, here on the bridge, we have 72 boxes and 32 baskets. It's come a long way in 25 years. We put together this program to commemorate the creation of this beautiful flower bridge. We invite you to learn more about it and what's happening here, as well as ways that you can enjoy it and support it. During the late 1800s and early 1900s, many iron truss bridges were built in Connecticut to replace older wooden bridges. The Old Drake Hill Bridge was built in 1892. It is considered to be a unique example of 19th century metal truss bridge construction. It was designed and built by a controversial New Haven engineer, John E. Buddington. He was publicly very critical of the bridge designs of other engineers. Buddington used a number of unusual and original design elements in the bridge, which he believed made his bridge superior to others. When completed, it spanned 183 feet and carried a 12-foot roadway suspended 18 feet over the Farmington River. This narrow one-lane bridge was all that was needed for the foot, horseback, and wagon traffic of that time. But over the years, and with the advent of motor vehicles, it became evident that the bridge needed to be rebuilt or replaced. After years of debate, it was decided that a new bridge was what was needed. The new Drake Hill Bridge was completed in 1992. Neighbor no longer had to wait for fellow neighbor to cross the old one-lane bridge. With the new bridge, the old one was no longer needed. What saved it from demolition? And how did it become a bridge of flowers? Let's find out.
I'm Anita Mielert. I have lived in Simsbury since 1975. My husband and I bought a little farm over on East Weetog Street when we were married. So from 1975 until 1988, the Old Drake Hill Bridge was the bridge I used to go from my home into town and back and forth. And that was a very interesting thing, and it was, I would say 99% of the time, a very, very neighborly thing that you would just sit and wait for the other party to come across the bridge and you'd proceed with your day. And my kids enjoyed it. And in 1988, when they built the new bridge, I thought we missed a little bit of something there, and the old bridge just sat there. And unbeknownst to me, it was listed on the National Register of Historic Places, probably by First Select Woman Peggy Shanks, who did have an interest in historic preservation. So when it came time to look for saving the bridge, that time-consuming act was already done. Then I was the Historic District Chairman, and I did a lot of reading about preservation. And I also had a belief, especially as far as municipal government was concerned, was go for the money. Look for where the money is to see where you can get funds to do what you really want to do. And at that time, Congress passed a bill for the first time allowing transportation enhancements to be funded. And we got our application in immediately. There were 10 qualifications, 10 things that would qualify you for this. The Drake Hill Bridge fit those in 3 ways. One of them was the fact that it was part of the bicycle path. One of them was that it was a National Register listed historic structure. And I can't remember the third, but it has satisfied me no end to know that we were able to restore the bridge to its wooden platform and get rid of the asphalt and make it really historic looking and part of the bicycle path. And then what Dominique Avery and all of these, Jan Littner and all of these other people have done has just been the most marvelous thing. And I want to thank them all. This is really an icon for the town of Simsbury. Thank you.
The flower bridge was my idea. I was fairly new to town when I saw our metal truss bridge for the very first time. It was 1994 and I was manning the recycling committee booth at River Splash, an event near the bridge. I happened to have a friend who lived in Shelburne, Massachusetts, and on a visit I'd heard about their Bridge of Flowers. I was a big fan of window boxes, from trips to southern Germany's Black Forest, which is famous for their overflowing flower boxes. They'd even inspired me to decorate my Simsbury deck with window boxes. Those three notions, our beautiful bridge, window boxes, and a bridge of flowers, came into my brain at the same time. My husband and daughter thought my idea of a flower bridge was dumb, but in the summer of 1995, they indulged me, and we drove to Shelburne Falls to see their bridge. I was surprised when I saw it. While it was beautiful, it was nothing like our bridge. Built for trolleys, it was concrete, so they gardened right on the ground. It nevertheless provided me with a roadmap. When I returned, I organized a meeting of town officials and every garden group in town to tell them about my idea. There was such great enthusiasm. At a second meeting, I invited the person in charge of the Shelburne Falls Bridge to come to tell us about how they did it. And so, in the summer of 1996, with the help of Warners who supplied the flowers, a few boxes built by Simsbury High students, and a dedicated committee, the Old Drakehill Bridge of Flowers was born.
I'm the secretary of the Old Drakehill Flower Bridge. How does the Flower Bridge select, order, and plant 118 boxes, baskets, border columns, and 2 cottage gardens? Well, surprisingly for us, our season begins at the end of the growing season with an evaluation by the people, the volunteers who have been working on the bridge. We meet at the bridge and talk about what worked, what didn't work, what people liked, what they didn't like. And based upon that input and review, I am able then in September to select plants, design each unit, and develop a computerized graphic diagrams which illustrate every unit on the bridge as well as the location of the plants within that unit. And with those diagrams, then in October, I can develop a database which will quantify and list each plant and the location of the unit that they're planted in. The database, when it's refined and completed, in October, I take it to the pick and patch for review so that the plants can be ordered for spring delivery. And I have to say at this point that the pick and patch has been with the bridge, standing shoulder to shoulder, supporting us for almost 25 years from the very beginning. And this year, we ordered 1,600 plants. The flower bridge is growing. Also in November, the boxes are filled with holiday greenery. The volunteers come, make lush displays which will stand through the winter months. Then in December, we add holiday lights to the bridge, which augment the same lights that go over the bridge and outline the structure, so that in the cold winter with the snow, the bridge is a warm beacon symbolizing the icon of Simsbury. In January, we do most of our indoor work. We compose, prepare, and mail 118 renewal letters to our subscribers. The bridge is a corporation. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, And as such, any donation given to us is tax deductible. In February, the holiday greenery that we had put on, which I have to say by February has become brownery, is removed from the boxes. The lights are taken down and the bows put away. Also in February, the renewal letters have been returned and we're able to finalize those. Debbie Grandin, who is one of the founders of the bridge, writes personalized thank you notes to each of our subscribers. In March, we review the plant order with the pick and patch. And as things happen, for example, there might have been a crop failure, so we need to make reselections on the fly so that we can meet our deadline, which is planting by the end of May. April is probably one of the most enjoyable times for the bridge volunteers. They go to the pick and patch greenhouse, and the baskets and the border column baskets are planted, and they will hang there in the greenhouse for a couple of months, maintained and taken care of by the pick and patch. May is our busy planting season. We go back to the greenhouse and sort all of the plants by box, transport the plants and the baskets and the border column baskets to the bridge, where we're met with additional volunteers who then hang the baskets, place the border column baskets, and plant the boxes. Boxes are a total community effort. The Simsbury High School students constructed and put up the first 4 boxes on the bridge. And in the ensuing years, they have also made boxes for us. Over the last 5 years, they have replaced all the old deteriorating boxes with new, perfectly constructed cedar boxes. And while all this work is going on, the cottage gardens have been weeding and planting so that they are ready for the next growing season. And our growing season is usually 1st of June until the first hard frost. So on the bridge, 7 days a week, 40 volunteers, 8 to 10 volunteers each day arrive at the bridge to deadhead and maintain. In the East Cottage Garden, Mabel Howard and Bev Dries have been developing this garden for almost 25 years, battling the weeds and nurturing the flowers. They have a crew of 7 volunteers who weekly weed, dig, edge, and deadhead. Across the river, on the west side, the Riverview Garden, which is a new garden that we put in when Hopbrook Park was online. Marilyn Palmer conceived and planned the Riverview Garden, as well as supervised the planting of the hill surrounding the meadow, planting it with natives that will reseed and fill in the hillside. Simsbury Parks and Rec removed the invasives on the river's edge, and Marilyn has been instrumental to try and get a working partnership going with the Simsbury Garden Club, the Connecticut Master Gardener Program, and the Drake Hill Flower Bridge volunteers. We together have planted native trees, shrubs, ferns, and perennials. Marilyn really intends that the Riverview Garden will be part of the Connecticut and the National Pollinator Pathway Program. And with that, we are at the end of the growing season. But come next season, the bridge volunteers begin the process again. Why don't you come to the bridge and see the results of their hard work and give us your suggestions and comments. See you on the bridge.
Hello everyone, I'm Evelyn Holland, and I am the Vice Chair and Historian for the Old Drake Hill Flower Bridge Committee. The bridge has many wonderful volunteers who consider it a labor of love to care for this historic gem in our town. I think we all agree that the bridge is a great place to meet people. One of our volunteers is Sally Suma, and she has related some of her stories of people she has visited with while deadheading on the bridge. She spoke of a retired woman from New Jersey who decided to run a race in all 50 states and a race on each of the 7 continents. This woman had recently run in Connecticut and was heading to Massachusetts, then on to Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. To date, she and her companion had completed 31 states and 2 continents. The reason they did this is to live a healthful lifestyle and to see the world. Another interesting chat Sally had was with a gentleman from Pennsylvania who was a Navy veteran who had served on the USS Kitty Hawk and had retired after 40 years as a mail carrier. His goal was to ride his bicycle 100 miles in each state. To date, he had completed 42 states and Connecticut was number 43. Once he finished that day, next he was on to Rhode Island and he hoped to finish all of New England after July 4th and then on to Alaska and Hawaii. He's the grandfather of 4 and he travels with 2 bikes on his truck, a traditional road bike and a mountain bike for rougher terrains. He avoids traveling on roads and prefers bike paths, which take him to places that he can explore. That's how he discovered our flower bridge. He said he loves to visit with people along the way and mostly rides alone, but sometimes hooks up with a group of bicyclists. The loneliest ride he had taken was in Idaho. He said he rides to stay young. I know we all hope they achieve their goals and wish them a safe journey. What beautiful, positive, adventurous spirits. Sally found them to be happy and content, living in the moment and enjoying the paths that they were following. So, in conclusion, I recommend you visit the bridge and get to meet a few of these amazingly interesting people in this world.
I'm here with Rob and Jen Thompson of Simsbury. Thanks for being part of our program.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And Jen, how long have you lived in Simsbury?
I've been here for 40 years. I was born in New York and I stayed there till I was 3, and then we moved here when I was 3 years old and been here ever since.
How about you, Rob?
Yeah, similar to Jen, I moved here at a young age 5 from Ohio, and I've basically been here ever since as well. Had a short stint traveling, but my whole family grew up here, so.
You work here too, don't you?
I do. I work for, my father owns the company, Sage Financial Design, and I've been there now for 14 years right here on Hot Meadow Street.
Mm-hmm. Well, growing up here, you two are very familiar with the Old Drake Hill Flower Bridge.
Yes.
We are.
And you have a story to tell. It's a happy story, a romantic story, and best of all, it's a bridge story. Can you tell us why the bridge is special to you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, growing up, I have vivid memories of actually, getting in the family car and actually driving across the bridge back then. You'd have 2 cars facing each other on each side of the bridge, and you'd basically flash your lights to let one or the other person go. Kind of remember that's how it used to be. But yeah, we got married on the bridge in 2015. So that makes it certainly special for us as well. But even more so, on top of that, we actually met on the flower bridge. So yeah, in 2011,
Yeah.
I guess it was.
Yep.
I had started a running club. I had just run my first road race and kind of chose that as a place for people to meet together who were also running road races where we could train for the next one, and word of mouth spread, and
I showed up
there she was.
randomly.
Yeah.
What a great story. Over the years, we've had many couples get married on the bridge, but I don't think we have had a couple yet that actually met on the bridge.
Yeah.
What would you say the advantages, as you saw it, were of having a wedding on the bridge?
Oh, it's just so beautiful. The flowers, the river, it's just such a great spot, and so scenic, and just to see the kayakers going along. And I would say to anybody thinking of getting married there, absolutely consider it.
Well, that's a high recommendation.
Yeah.
Well, we tell our couples as they plan on a wedding to have a backup plan. Did you have a backup plan for bad weather?
Not a great one. We were really banking on having our wedding on the bridge, but yeah, I mean, actually the forecast was not very good, so we were going to kind of probably need to rely on that backup plan. But we had
got lucky.
a tent that we were going to have the wedding under, but we were so happy to have it at the bridge. So.
Yeah.
And will you look to the bridge for other special occasions, like maybe anniversaries?
Absolutely. Yeah, every year we do that.
Yeah, we every year, this will be our 6th anniversary now.
Hard to believe.
We go to the Flower Bridge to have a little picnic, just to kind of celebrate the occasion. So we want to keep that going as a tradition. So yeah, it's very special.
Well, it looks like your wedding bridge worked out very well for you two, and your wedding photos are absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
We love our weddings on the bridge. There are many things happening at the bridge. People often choose to have their wedding, engagement, or other special occasion photos taken on the bridge. Book clubs and other groups find it a great place to meet. People come to picnic or just relax and enjoy a coffee break there. Some of the journey of yoga classes take place on the bridge. It's a calm, peaceful place, the perfect setting for yoga. The annual Tooten Hills School Duck Race at the bridge is a great family event. The bridge is a popular subject for artists and photographers. Every day, people come to stroll along the bridge to enjoy the flowers, observe the wildlife, and take a relaxing break from busy lives. The flowers are especially beautiful this year, so come and spend some time on the bridge.
Hi, I'm Shireen Wassel. I'm one of the co-chairs of the Old Drake Hill Flower Bridge.
I'm Deej McKay, the other co-chair of the Old Drake Hill Flower Bridge. This year, the Old Drake Hill Flower Bridge celebrates its 25th anniversary. The bridge is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We raise funds to cover the cost of the flowers, fertilizer, dirt, irrigation, lights, and repairs through our subscribers, note cards, donations, and annual fundraiser, Burger on the Bridge. There are a variety of ways to support the bridge. In order to keep the bridge beautiful, our volunteers work on different aspects. The Bridge Committee daily deadheads the boxes, the baskets, and the column baskets, and we also plant and weed in the cottage garden. We are looking for someone with computer skills, database, and graphics for other bridge work. If you are interested in volunteering or learning more about what we do, please contact Jan Littner at 860-651-0180. As people admire our 118 boxes, baskets, and column baskets, they always want to know how to get one. We presently have a wait list for subscribers. You can go to the Old Drake Hill Flower Bridge on the town website and fill out the form to put your name on the wait list. When a subscription becomes available, the first year costs $90 and the subsequent years cost $55. We plant and maintain your box and basket for you.
Weddings and photo shoots are some of the special events that take place on the bridge. If you wish to book the bridge for an event, you can contact the Simsbury Culture, Park and Recreation Department at 860-658-3688 3836. Our annual fundraiser, Burgers on the Bridge, will be held at the bridge on Wednesday, September 8th from 4 to 6:30 p.m. with a rain date of September 9th. Working with Fitzgerald's, we offer hamburgers, cheeseburgers, veggie burgers, hot dogs, chips, beer, wine, soda water, and desserts. It is a true community event with music, beautiful flowers, and a flowing river as friends gather to visit. Keepsakes of the bridge's beautiful flowers are the Old Drake-Hill Flower Bridge's blank note cards, which can be used for many different occasions. These lovely note cards, an 8-pack, are available at Fitzgerald's and Weldon Hardware. When visiting the bridge, we appreciate the visitors who drop a contribution in our special donation box as you enter the bridge. Those of us on the Old Drake-Hill Flower Bridge Committee are so thankful to all those individuals who support the Flower Bridge. We also appreciate all the support the town of Simsbury gives us. We consider it a privilege to work on the bridge and are so glad this icon can be enjoyed by so many. We hope to see you at the Burgers on the Bridge September 8th to celebrate our 25th anniversary.
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.